ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight, we just got a bunch of news. Ladies and gentlemen, gonna throw this shit off. So basically, more stuff about the women's division. Mick Foley this time saying that he thinks this whole argument about the women's division. He thinks that if it's not for Ronda Rousey showing up in 2019 and ended up having that match, that triple threat match at WrestleMania 35 with Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. Like, if it's not for Ronda Rousey, she was fresh coming off the UFC. I don't even think that happens. I don't even think they main event. And I believe in 2021, night one, same thing. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks main evented. I don't even think neither of those two happen if it's not for Ronda Rousey. But then Bayley was like, Ronda Rousey says, she wants to do a lot for the women's division, but I don't see her doing much. Now she's gone, and pretty much saying that it's all talk, but like no action. She's not really doing much for the women's division. Yeah, she said she was going to establish a tag team division with her and Shayna Baszler. And then what? Was she been tag team for what? Like less than 3 months. And then she decided to turn. They turned Shayna Baszler heel. They had the match at SummerSlam, and now it looks like Ronda Rousey, at least for a while, is done with the company. Just both of them, Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, saying that SummerSlam is going to be most likely their final appearance of 2023. We're not going to see them again until next year. But yeah, that shit's crazy going on. Then Dakota Kai was talking about on her streaming thing that she's like, yeah, I woke up at 1 o'clock and I had a message saying we need you to be at SummerSlam tonight. And she's like, shit, man, she didn't realize until 1 o'clock. She said, I didn't get to the airport until 5 o'clock. My airplane didn't take off from Florida to Detroit until about 7 o'clock. She's like, when I got there, it was the freaking Gunther Drew McIntyre match. She said she barely got there on time. That shit is crazy, man. So it was the last minute decision. They decided to fly in Dakota Kai. That is crazy. Jesus Christ, man. Let's see here. Jason Jordan was the producer for both LA Knight Miss segment and also the Fatal 4-Way match between Chad Gable and Matt Riddle and Ricochet. Who the hell was the other person? I don't even remember anymore. So those apparently were the 2 segments that got the most views this week. Those two had the most views this week. Those two, the Fatal 4-Way match, that Chad Gable won to become the Intercontinental Champion, and then the LA Knight Miss segment. So good job for Jason Jordan, man. Bryan Danielson said, part of the reason we made this Black Queen Comeback Club is because we all like each other and we will all want to be able to train together and work together. He said, in the fact we have a group chat, and even though William Regal has been out of the company for a few months, he is still on the chat. They still haven't taken his name out. That's how close we got with everybody, man. And he even said, we would love to even travel maybe to like Japan and do some shows over there. But obviously Tony Khan is afraid that somebody's going to get hurt. But he's like, my dream is for like me, Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, Willard Yuta. And then he even said Eddie Kingston to all go to Japan and like tour over there and do matches over there. That's pretty crazy, man. The Bloodline, some writers want to push a possible Jimmy Jey Uso match until WrestleMania, but the belief is that's still a long ways away. We're about almost 9 months away from WrestleMania, so they said there's not going to be any way to hold it up until then. So the belief is they're probably going to do it in September at Payback. So we'll see. Roman Reigns is scheduled to appear this Friday night on SmackDown. So we'll see where they go, ladies and gentlemen. Sami Zayn is also hurt now. As you saw, he the reason he got attacked by JD McDonald was because he can't compete. He's hurt. They don't know what they're going to do now. They're still trying to figure out how long he's going to be out. Now, so it looks like everybody right now is hurt in the tag team division, right? The only one that's healthy right now is Chelsea Green. Freaking Kevin Owens has broken ribs. Sami Zayn possibly a broken arm. Sonya Deville has a broken leg. Jesus Christ, man, those tag teams, Jesus. So we're looking here at a possibility where both the man and the woman tag team titles are going to have to be relinquished. Jesus Christ, man. Holy cow. Speedy recovery to everybody. Jesus Christ, man. Booker T talked about how like Michael Cole's so good. Like, I don't know if that guy's ever going to be able to retire, man. It's going to be hard to find a replacement. You know, he deserves everything, man, and he's a workhorse. But he said, I think they got to look at Vic Joseph and give him a chance to be part of the main roster. I'm kind of waiting for that, and it's a little bit frustrating, even though I love Michael Cole. He said, I will say this about Michael Cole. He's a team player. So if they do call up Vic Joseph, he will, he will be fine with it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would say, Kevin Patrick maybe should have gone in NXT with Booker T, and they should have brought up Vic Joseph. Maybe that's what I think that's what they should have done, man. They should have fucking they should have. I said this in the past. They should have brought out both of them, Vic Joseph and Booker T, and they should have been the Raw commentators. And then they should have had Michael Cole and freaking Corey Graves be the SmackDown commentators, and then have freaking Kevin Patrick and Wade Barrett to be the NXT commentators. That's how I would have done it, honestly, man. Jesus, honestly, man. Maybe even he would have been more comfortable because they're both English, or they're both like European, right? Patrick and Corey. I don't know if they would have liked that, though. WWE would have liked two guys from England with the accent. I don't know if that, but I don't know, man. I think they should have really give both of them, Vic Joseph and Booker T, should have been brought up to the main roster. But anyways, we'll see what happens. AEW, man, some people are panicking because they only got 400,000 views this week for Collision. They're saying it's the worst one out of all the weeks since Collision became a show a few months ago. I think it's normal, man. You were competing against not only a WWE pay-per-view, but a top 3 WWE pay-per-view in SummerSlam. And look, the theme of the show was every title's on the line, right? Like the tag team titles, the TBS title, the Real World title, that's what they're calling the CM Punk title. But a lot of these matches, they had no storyline. It wasn't really believable that anybody was going to change. Anybody was going to become new champion. The only one that I kind of believe was in the beginning with the tag team match with FTR and Big Bill and Brian Cage. Outside of that, I didn't think nothing of this. Even you knew CM Punk was going to win. Because I think what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to do a storyline down the road between CM Punk and MJF. And the winner, it will be, the real AEW champion. So I knew they were going to have CM Punk retain. So it's like, yeah, once that first match happened with FTR, you sort of figure out what the theme was. It's like, they're just trying to do that to try to get people to stay tuned. But like I said, there was never a feeling, there was no storyline. You never had a feeling that these guys are going to lose any of their titles. It's what it is, man. Maybe in the future, I know it would be kind of running away from competition, but maybe what they might want to consider is when there's a WWE pay-per-view, maybe move Collision up to Sunday. The problem is when football starts, that's going to be the problem. That's why it's tough having a show on a Saturday on a weekly basis. I don't know, man. But anyways, it should be back. Next week, they're having the CM Punk and FTR versus House of Black for the True Championships. We'll see how Dynamite goes tonight. And the last one is Evander is scheduled to officially purchase WWE in September. And the belief is a lot of people will be laid off. It's everybody, not only people on TV, but also people behind the scenes, people working in WWE headquarters. They're saying it is coming up in about a month. So they're already starting to have an impact, right? They won't let WWE temper anymore, right? Try to negotiate with wrestlers unless their contract expires, because they're not trying to get sued, just like they're already getting sued by MLW. And another one is they want Michael Cole to be a part of both Raw and SmackDown because they want him to be the face of WWE commentary. So already slowly you're starting to see some of the vendor and Endeavor. They're slowly starting to make noise, right? Um, so we'll see what happens in the next month when it becomes official. We'll see what happens. The biggest thing is the pay-per-views. People are wondering, are they going to keep it like this on a live streaming service on Peacock? Or are they going to want to go back to the old format, which is what they do with the UFC, which they put them on like DirecTV, and they're about $50. Nobody wants that, so hopefully not. That's other than that, I don't think us as fans have to worry too much about anything. But we'll see what happens. But until next time, I'm finished. Finish.